you see
Don't
my
start
giant
hating on
piles
the
of
Steelers
thunder
already.
and yours.
Okay. Are you just mad because they're trading KD right now?
I mean, that could be mad about all sorts of things.
As a Arizona fan of anything. All
This
right.
isn't a basketball podcast, but
That's
there's
true.
plenty.
But there's plenty to be mad about. So, all right.
The Suns are already the worst team of the decade, and we're
Sweet.
only 5 years into it.
Yeah, you're only 5 days into the off season. So sweet. Welcome everyone to the Paul Brothers Don't Lie podcast. I'm your
Good
host,
morning.
with my brother Tyler and Tim. We got a special one for you today. We are doing a live mock draft right now. We're also live on TikTok, but if you're listening on a podcast, it's already happened. But you could probably watch it on our YouTube once it's up. So we're going to get into that in a bit here. There's really no news to talk about right now. It's June because there's nothing going on in June. So I have nothing to report on that. Once training camp starts, and the news will be flowing in, but it's going to be a lot of blurbs, a lot of what's they call hype train stuff,
Yep.
Nothing, a lot of fluff pieces about players. Oh, they look good. He's throwing great. The new rookie running backs are looking so good. So just, take it with a grain of salt. So, all right. Well, we're going to get into this mock draft. It is a 12-team half-point PPR. One quarterback, two running backs, two receivers, a tight end, and I'm pretty sure I put one flex position. So, because I had to double check the settings. Yes, one flex. Kicker, defense, bench spots, all that's all the good stuff. So, we're gonna just get started with it, and we're gonna talk about our picks. And yeah, we're gonna go from there. All right, you guys ready?
Let's go.
Let's
I'm
do
ready.
it.
All right.
I'm first up at number 3.
Yeah.
So we got Jamar Chase at the 101, Jahmyr Gibbs at the 102. I'm definitely going to go running back here. I'm
Actually,
going to go ahead and take Bijan.
you're gonna take Bijan. All right. Actually, let me change. Hang on. Let me change the time so you're not.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're not like freaking out. So, like Tim said, Jamar Chase went. Jahmyr Gibbs went next. I've been seeing a lot of people. I've been on the Reddit, and there's a lot of people talking about should I take Jahmyr Gibbs at the 102, and a lot of people are saying no because Montgomery's still there, but a lot of people are also saying yes, just because it's his third year. I think he's going to get more work than Montgomery, and I do see Montgomery's, probably his carries going down maybe a little bit, and maybe touchdowns. But I actually like Jahmyr Gibbs at the 102. What do you guys think?
I agree.
For sure. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be nasty this year.
I think he's going to eat. Yeah, try to make a trade for him. But
Should we screen share this?
oh yeah, shit, my bad. I knew I forgot something. There.
Saquon with at the number 4 pick. I feel like that's pretty low for Saquon. But I think
Yeah, I don't think it's that low.
he's been in the mock draft I was doing this morning and last night. He was always going like number 1.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a massive season last year, so I'm fine with him anywhere in the top 5.
Yeah, for sure.
I am too. So I'm not going to be mad about that. Tyler, you are on the clock. What are you thinking here?
So I have Justin Jefferson, Puka Nacua, Malik, Nico Collins, Thomas, and Derrick Henry as my top 5 draft picks right here in the queue. I feel like I have to go wide receiver, even though I really want Derrick Henry because I don't think he's gonna get to me on the turn. So I think,
Tough decision here.
yeah, I'm not a real big fan of Nico. Malik Neighbors,
You don't want
sketchy quarterback situation. So it's either Puka Nacua or Justin Jefferson. But I think the easy decision here out of those two is Justin Jefferson.
yeah.
Yep. Like that pick. And just like that,
Just like that, Puka's gone.
run on receivers.
Yeah, run on the receivers here. Yeah, I don't. It's an easy pick. It's kind of interesting that Amon Ra went before Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Is that I think you think that's just because of the quarterback play?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Jared Goff is a solid quarterback, and first year for JJ McCarthy. So I mean, it's not a knock again. I mean, a little bit of a knock against Justin Jefferson just because of that. Amon Ra having some good chemistry with Jared Goff, so I think that's just a little knock on Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm on the clock here. Pretty much like the top 2 tiers of receivers, plus I mean top 3 receivers, top tier three, top 3 tier of the receivers. One is Amara. He went. I was going to be my pick because he's been usually dropping there, but
Yeah, he's been dropping a little bit in the first little bit.
I'm going to pull one here, and I'm going to take the rookie running back.
Oh,
I'm taking.
Ooh.
oh my gosh!
Wow, Bucky.
And then with that, so I took Ashton Genty, and after that is Malik Neighbors, Derrick Henry went, and then Nico, and then Bucky.
Oh, are you going double Raiders?
I don't
Brock
know right
Bowers
now.
at the top of the queue.
Is it Brock Bowers? So there's a lot of I'm in drafts, doing a mock draft. There's a lot of scenarios you can do. This is why mock drafting is good. You can do the zero RB effect. You can do the hero RB effect, or you can just do the what I call the high T effect, which is just take running backs and then hoping for a good late round receiver pick. But I'm gonna do the hero ball here, but I'm gonna take Brock Bowers here.
Ooh.
So I don't. This feels kind of gross having 2 Raiders right now. I'm sorry. It feels really gross, but
Need a shower.
yeah. But this is the very young team, 2 young stars right here. I mean, we all know who Brock Bowers is, and we all know what he can do. We all expect him to have another great season, maybe more touchdowns here. And I expect, Ashton Genty to be if he doesn't win the rookie of the year, I mean
It means he got injured.
yeah, it means he got hurt and someone else won it. So right after I picked Brock Bowers, Drake London went, Christian McCaffrey went, and now Tyler, you are back on the clock. You have Justin Jefferson and
206.
You're at the 206. What do you do, buddy?
So Devon Achian's at the top.
Yeah.
A.G. Brown, Josh Allen, Trey McBride.
And try.
I really like Josh Jacobs going down a little bit. And I also like JSN going down a little bit. Even Lad McConkey. I really do like Devon Achian. The offense is kind of shaky. I did have him last year in the keeper league. I actually traded for Devon Achian. And even though the Miami offense was a little bit stagnant, a little bit everywhere, Devon Achian did help me win, or at least get me to the championship. So
yeah,
that is something that I have for Devon Achian. But I think the more solid play is Josh Jacobs. Because after this, I feel like if it comes back to me, next round, I'm not gonna I'm gonna run out of running backs to pick for
Yeah.
high level, some good play.
The
I got a solid wide receiver one. Oh, and Jaden Daniels is down there too. God,
Tough decisions.
I know. But I think I'm gonna go. Oh God, this is tough. Thank God there's no time limit. I'm rocking between Jason or Josh Jacobs. I think I'm gonna go.
Interesting.
If you go JSN, you're doing. It looks like you're doing the zero RB type of draft.
I know.
I mean, if this is just a mock, it's not real.
I think I'm just
Is
gonna go
Oh, you went AJ.
Ooh, AJ Brown.
AJ Brown.
That's a
Oh man.
that's a high T receiving core right there.
Yeah.
So after AJ Brown, Devon A. Chang went, Lamar Jackson went. He's the first quarterback off the board. Tim, I assume your grunt was because Trey McBride went,
Yeah.
and you were disappointed that you didn't get him. So
Yeah, it was gonna go for the hero RB method. Might still do that, but Trey McBride would have made that
yeah, you could.
much easier. So goes one pick before me. That's okay. I've got a couple of contingency plans here. On the board is Josh Allen. I'm not going to go QB here. Lad McConkey, JSN, Josh Jacobs, Tyreek, T. Higgins. So the question is, do I still go hero RB and try to take one of these top receivers, or do I start to load up on running backs because the quality starts to drop off by the next time?
Next time around, yeah.
Well, the next round. So I think what I'm gonna do is I actually like some of the running backs coming back, right? I've only got 4 picks before my next pick.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take a receiver here.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with JSN. I think the opportunity he's got this year is massive. And I'm pretty happy with that. So Bijan and JSN, a couple of young guys.
Yeah. Nice picks.
I like it.
Josh Allen off the board, Garrett Wilson, Josh Jacobs, and T. Higgins all off the board. Very interesting. Lad McConkey is still there.
Ooh.
But if I look down, because I've got a long time
You have a while to come back to get around
until it comes back, right? So the running backs that are on the board around that time are starting to look pretty scary.
Yeah.
I'm much higher on the receivers there, especially now that I have my wide receiver one. So the tough call here is, do I go with Lad McConkey and load up on those receivers, or do I go, you know, Kyron Williams, Chase Brown, Tyler? I know you'd be interested in Terry McLaurin here,
Yes.
and JD's still there
Yep.
from a QB perspective, and maybe he falls to you.
Oh, I hope so.
We'll have to see.
We'll have to see.
But I'm gonna go ahead and take a running back. I'm gonna take Kyron Williams.
That's a good pick.
You,
Yeah.
the floor is so high on him. I think you can't go wrong with that. So my other pick would have been Lad McConkey. I think that would have been a nice pair, but
Yeah.
going with the tried and true with Kyron Williams.
Come on.
So Kyron goes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
So Tim picks Kyron Williams. Lad McConkey goes. Your boy Scary Terry goes, and then Tyreek Hill. And if you couldn't tell by Tyler's reaction, he's quarterback.
Let's go.
So
Jonathan Taylor, Jaden Daniels, Chase Brown as a top 3.
yeah,
This is an easy pick for me. If you've been following our podcast.
very
Jaden Daniels. Let's go.
shocker.
shocking.
Let's go.
Tyler takes his boy Jaden Daniels.
Dude, I am so happy with this. Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown, Jaden Daniels. This is the plan is going great.
Plan is going. So,
but now I definitely got to start looking for running backs. I got my top 2 receivers, my quarterback, all the way settled.
yes.
So now I gotta start looking for some decent running backs in this shaky mix.
There's still quality available there.
Yeah,
Um,
there are still very good receivers.
One, two, three, four, five, 10 picks until let's see.
Yeah. So, with that being said, Jonathan Taylor goes, then Marvin Harrison goes next. I am on the clock. I am debating on taking another running back here, but I do need a receiver, and it's very, very hard to choose who all the receivers. Yes, there is quality receivers, but there's no one here that's. I mean, the true one is Mike Evans, and then there's uh, Devontae Adams, and then DJ Moore.
there's
So,
question marks with all those guys.
and there's big question marks with all those guys. So, gross, very gross. I don't like any of it.
I
Uh,
mean, I know what I would do if I were you.
what's that?
I'd take Chase Brown. I'm pretty high on Chase Brown for this year.
Chase Brown, the running back. Yeah,
Yep.
I need another running back here.
Ooh,
So I'm probably gonna stick to my guns with taking running back. So I'm gonna take Chase Brown and hope that something comes
Oh,
around.
ooh,
Oh. So after I picked Chase Brown's, Jalen Hurts went, Brees Hall, George Kittle, and Laterne, and then Mike Evans. Now I'm back on the clock, and I need a receiver. Well,
interesting area for receivers.
yeah, it is. So Devontae Adams, DJ Moore, Rasheed Rice, let's see, Corton Sutton, DK, Zay Flowers. I'm gonna be a homer and take DK.
nice.
Nice.
Okay. Dang, I was hoping James Cook would fall to me. Um,
Yeah, so James Cook, DJ Moore, Tyler is on the clock and still has no running back.
yes. So I think right now the top three: Kenneth Walker, Alvin Kamara, Joe Mixon. Kenneth Walker and Joe Mixon both have questionable
Yeah,
on their
very questionable.
questionable on their thing right here.
Yeah,
So I think the easy pick for me is going to be Alvin Kamara. Even though it's a terrible offense, um,
he's gonna
you
do
know,
all
yeah,
right.
he's top 15 running back every year. Since he's been in the league, I feel like. Um, so Alvin Kamara, pretty easy pick for me. Just because Kenneth Walker, I've had Kenneth Walker last year, and it was just a bunch of question marks around him.
Yeah,
And I'm not, I'm not a big believer in the running game for Seattle. I think it's going to be a little bit more of a pass heavy um, team for them, just because they added Cooper Cup. JSN is going to, I feel like, going to have a good year. So that's why I passed on Kenneth Walker and got Alvin Kamara.
yeah. So Alvin Kamara goes with Tyler's team. Kenneth Walker goes next. Devontae Smith, Devontae Adams, and now Tim, you were on the clock. You have Bijan, JSN, and Kyron Williams. What is your play, sir?
Yeah, good question. Um, receiver wise, we got Rasheed Rice. I'd like to go receiver here.
Yeah,
I'm not super high on TJ Hawkinson, who's the top tight end on the board. Sam Laporte is right after that.
yeah,
So I could look at him, but I would prefer to wait till next time around.
yeah.
Running backs, Omarion Hampton, Joe Mixon, Chuba Hubbard.
James Conner, David Montgomery.
Yeah, I think the way that the board has fallen, right? Receivers are Rashee Rice, Cortland Sutton, Zay Flowers. I'm not huge on any of those, so I think I'm really gonna push the testosterone here.
Ooh, do it. Give me some high
And
key.
because I've got Bijan and Kyron, who are both going to be super dependable, I can take a bit of a risk on a guy like Omari and Hampton.
Yeah.
Uh,
And you,
we know
yeah, go
we
ahead.
know the offense is going to be run oriented. Um, he's going to split time at least at the front end with Najee Harris.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep the running back train going. I'm gonna grab Omari and Hampton, and we're gonna go
Oh, okay.
see what receivers we can land later in the draft.
Yeah. I liked it. I like the pick because I mean if you're in Tim's position here, you have a number one pick in Bijan, you got a number one in JSN, and Kyron is, I mean, you can really just not worry about your two running back positions. And then you could take this risk with Amari Hampton because we don't know what the backfield will be like in
Yeah.
for the Chargers. So you can really like just maybe put him in your flex or just have him on your bench for a bit and see what happens. If he, if they use him well enough, then you can put him in your flex for a good flex box. And hopefully by the second half of the season, he's your starter because, you know, eventually they're going to rotate him and Najee out. And then maybe he has more juice than Najee, but I like it.
He probably does.
Oh, well,
I
yeah,
think that's fairly safe to say.
sure he does. So, after that, Rasheed Rice went, Chuba Hubbard went, Joe Burrow goes off the board, and then Cortland Sutton. And now Tim's back on the clock. I'm feeling you're going to pick a receiver here, or you're going to take Sam Laporta.
Yeah, so that's the decision. I think it's pretty risky to continue without a receiver, given how long I've got to wait.
And yeah,
Uh,
the
uh,
board is getting thin too.
yeah, we're in Khalil Shakir territory if I don't take one here, which is not horrible, right? But
No,
it's not really. I'd much rather have him as a flex than a wide receiver too.
yeah.
So I'm staring down Zay Flowers, Chris Olave, Xavier Worthy, Jalen Waddle,
Mhm.
and George Pickens all have their interesting idiosyncrasies, so to speak. Zay Flowers, wide receiver 25 last year for PPR. Xavier Worthy showed some flashes, but I think still pretty risky. Waddle, we all know how we feel about that Dolphins offense with Tua at the helm.
Mhm.
George Pickens is really intriguing. Uh, the thing is he's been the wide receiver one. He's never been top, 25 or 24 in PPR.
Yeah.
So I'm a little worried on that. So of these choices, right? I mean, God, Chris Olave was receiver 94 last year. It's gross.
Well, and then like if Chris Olave is like, what are you going to get from him? Uh,
Right, from Tyler Shuck.
from Tyler Shuck, and then
Yeah.
if one bad pass from Tyler Shuck knocks him out, he's probably not going to play for like 4 or 5 weeks because it's just he's a risk. So I get it.
Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do here is play it a little bit safe.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with Zay Flowers.
All right.
Love it.
I like it. Zay Flower is Tim's pick. David Montgomery goes next. Joe Mixon, James Conner, and now Tyler is on the clock. Tyler, so far, Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown, Jane Daniels, Alvin Kamara, and who else? You gonna go running back, or are you gonna keep with the high T receiver core?
Um, well, first on the queue is TJ Hawkinson, which I'm really hyped on.
Okay.
I traded for him in my dynasty league or in the dynasty league. Sam Laporta is right behind him. Um, Going on the same thing as Tim was saying about, or you guys were saying about Chris Olave.
Yeah.
And then the next running back crew is Isaiah Pacheco and Aaron Jones. But there's quite a few receivers ahead of him: George Pickens, Jameson Williams, that I'm kind of eyeing. I don't know if those running backs will fall to me if I pick a tight end or a receiver right here.
Yeah.
Um, but I really do like TJ Hawkinson. I think he's a lot better than Sam Laporta this year. Um, and already have someone from the Saints. I think I have the best offensive option on the Saints. So I think I'm going to go TJ Hawkinson just so I can have basically my starting the core of my starting lineup
Yeah.
picked. So I'm going to go TJ Hawkinson right here.
Nice.
Well, there goes a little
And
run.
then hope these running backs fall to me.
Yeah, there's a little run there. TJ Hawkinson went. Sam Laporta went next. Chris Olave. Now I'm on the clock. I'm going to play the ADP game and wait on another running back. So, because I need one more receiver. And I actually believe that this player will have a breakout season. So I'm going to take Jameson Williams.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Johnny went. Ugh. Is that? Ugh. Wow. That's high for Johnny.
I feel like that is a little bit high.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty high.
I went
Before Jalen Waddle.
before Waddle. Well, yeah. So Johnny Smith went. He went to 5'11". Gross. Would not pay that price for him.
Yeah.
Jalen Waddle goes. Then Worthy, and then George Pickens. I'm back on the clock.
I feel like I take the upside of Xavier Worthy over Jonas Smith.
Yeah.
And
I
even
would,
George Pickens too. He has a little bit of upside being on the Dallas.
yeah, I would take both those guys over him first. So I'm back on the clock. I am in need of my core self of drafting. I need another running back. So I'm going to take another rookie here. I'm going to take Quinshon Judkins.
Okay.
Ooh, run on quarterbacks.
A little run on quarterbacks. Baker goes, Patrick Mahomes goes, and Tyler, you're back on the clock.
I love it. I love that. Isaiah Pacheco falls to me, and Aaron Jones falls to me. I like both these running backs, even though Isaiah Pacheco had some knee issues last year. The Chiefs didn't really add. I mean, they kept Kareem Hunt. I think Isaiah Pacheco is still going to be the RB1 there.
Yeah.
And I really like him. I have him in the Dynasty League. So I was pretty bummed that he was out last year for the first year of Dynasty. But there's also reliability in a redraft with Aaron Jones. So, kind of a tough one here just because I like both of those, to be honest. But I think, what do you guys think right here?
Personally, you do need a running back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I'm not an Aaron Jones fan right now, just because of just what his age, and last year he just, I think after his first game he got hurt or something.
Yeah.
So I'm not really thinking that. Me personally, I would take a risk on one of the rookies.
Ooh.
RJ Harvey's there, and then
Travion's there.
Travion Henderson there. I would take Travion.
Oh man, he's going against my boys.
I know. Well, that's the beauty of
I think I'm
drafting here. So
I would go. I don't know. You know me. I'm somewhat risk averse. I like in my advancing age. I value dependability and stability. So Isaiah Pacheco would probably be my pick here. But given
Oh,
did you take him?
I sure did.
That's all. That's all the validation you need. I would
All
take.
right.
I would take Pacheco. Okay, cool.
Just really, really quick on Aaron Jones. One aspect to think about with Aaron Jones. Yes, there's the health questions and the dependability aspect, but you got to think with a rookie quarterback that there's going to be a significant number of dump off options
Yeah,
for
Yep.
Aaron Jones as well. So he could, like, I could see him in line for a much bigger season than last year,
yeah.
if he's healthy.
Yeah. That's a good point, and I could see that too. The most friendliest uh, players for a quarterback is their running back and their tight end. So I get it. So after Pacheco, Tyler's impulsive decision to pick Isaiah Pacheco.
I also have TJ Hawkinson from Minnesota too. So that was also something I had
That's
again.
all. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's you don't
And
want.
Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson. Damn, totally forgot about that.
Jordan Addison goes, Aaron Jones goes, and then Travis Hunter goes. Uh, as as the trading act comes on, do you guys think his ADP will go up with just the little
Yeah.
moves that they? Okay, yeah,
He's gonna he's gonna have highlight plays
yeah,
in training camp that they're gonna have people going nuts.
yeah, for sure.
So his ADP is gonna skyrocket, I think.
Yeah, I hope it does.
Uh, yeah, I hope so too. I was eyeing him with this pick. Was hoping he would get to me. I need upside at receiver.
Yeah,
I think I have a little bit with JSM, but I don't have a ton with Zay Flowers. So I'm looking at that. Uh, but this pick, I don't have any of the single positions. So I'm interested in getting into that here. Chris Godwin, Jerry Judy, Tetero McMillan on the board. RJ Harvey, Tyron Tracy, Tony Pollard.
yeah,
I've already got three running backs, uh, two receivers, but I'm going to grab a bit of a flyer, but somebody who I still feel is going to be fairly dependable this year, and I'm going to take Travis Kelce.
Oh, okay. I mean, he's pretty much going around this area here. Um, After that, Chris Godwin, Jerry Judy, Najee goes at the turn, and then T Mac goes
All
and
the receivers,
all the
of
receivers
course.
that you wanted. I mean, but that's what you do when you mock. You take a little risk and see what happens, and
Yep.
then you adjust. So
Yeah. So the wide receivers are really starting to get a little bit gross.
yeah, it's very.
Um, Romo Dunze, Khalil Shakir, Calvin Ridley, Brandon Ayuk.
You shouldn't be there. That's the part I don't like.
You also got Jacoby, right? Jacoby Myers right underneath.
Yeah, so
Ayuk.
Jacoby's definitely in contention there. I'm 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 interested, but I feel like I might need a little bit more upside.
Yeah.
So I'm looking the Romo Dunze direction. Calvin Ridley, I'm pretty much out on. Uh, he's gonna have some spike games, some spike weeks, but I don't. I'd rather have a little more dependability there.
Yeah,
Plus, you're depending on the quarterback situation in Tennessee, which could be interesting. So I'm gonna snag Romo Dunze.
I like it. I have uh, I have high hopes for Rome this season.
Yeah,
There were little flashes here and there during his rookie season. I just think with this offense, I think he becomes the Jameson Williams role in that, and hopefully it works out for him. He's on my dynasty team, so I have high hopes. He's on receiver one on my dynasty team, so I hope. After Rome, RJ Harvey goes, Tyron Tracy goes, and then Tony Pollard. Tyler, you're on the clock.
Um, I think I'm gonna go Khalil Shakir. Um,
The one,
Josh Allen's wide receiver one,
yeah,
taking him around in the seventh round. I've kind of have been eyeing him in the mock drafts in the seventh round, eighth round.
yeah,
Just because you know wide receiver one going this little late, I feel like has some upside to it. Um, everything's on lock. I got my starting running back, starting tight end, quarterback, and my receivers. So now I'm just looking for some upside in my flexes. Um, Travion Henderson, Mark Andrews right before, but my tight end's good. DeAndre Swift, I'm not really hyped on. And same thing as you were saying, Tim, about Calvin Ridley. So, and then I'm hoping Jacoby Myers is going to fall to me in the next round. So we'll see if that happens. And I'm going to take Khalil Shakir.
Shakir.
No.
Oh, there goes Jacoby.
There we go.
Hopes and dreams.
Hopes and dreams gone, buddy. Yeah.
He was farther down in the ADP than that. So
Trayvon Henderson goes. Tyler's hopes and dreams of Jacoby Myers coming back to him is gone.
Yep.
I'm back on the clock. Yeah, it's kind of, do I go running back or do I go receiver? Me personally, I'm of the mindset of I want to load up on running backs. I'm gonna gross. Well, I'm gonna be another homer here, and I'm gonna take Caleb Johnson. So,
ooh,
okay.
I have two rookie running backs that are. I'm gonna prey on my hopes and dreams here. After that, Calvin Ridley goes. Ayuk goes here. I don't. So why he's hurt? He won't be back to like week 6 or something. So
or later.
Yeah, Jared Goff goes, and then Brian Robinson goes, and I am back on the clock. I'm going to take a receiver, and I'm going to. I'm going to take Stephon Diggs.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I think. Well, he is the one on New England's offense, so there's reports he's been looking good with mini camps. So I'm gonna take the risk on Stephon Diggs this season and see how he does. So after that, Swift goes, Cooper Kupp goes. He was also my consideration too. And Tyler, you're back on the clock.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp, Jacoby Myers were the receivers I was eyeing. I would hope that would come to me. Both of those didn't come. And right in the queue is not really a lot of people that I should be taking. There's a few tight ends.
You gotta take another tight end here.
There's Bo Nix, Debo. I mean, I can play a little soft,
That's a
soft stack, without getting Terry McLaurin. That's actually a high end consideration for me, just because I don't think Debo Samuel is going to be anything crazy this year, but I do feel like he's going to be a solid target for Debo.
Yeah.
I will say I have a late plan with the Washington Commanders, and we'll see if it happens.